My name is Gerald. I'm 82 years old. And 3 years ago, my daughter put me in a nursing home so she could sell my house. But while I was here, she sold the house I'd lived in for 47 years. Took the $340,000 and left me here. I found out when the new owners showed up, asking why I still had a key. I lived in the same house for 47 years. Bought it in 1977 with my wife Margaret. Raised my daughter Sarah there. Big backyard. Paid off in 2002. It was mine. Usually when she needed something, she said, it's just for emergencies. Medical decisions. In February 2021, I fell in my kitchen, broke my hip. I was 79 years old. The doctors said I'd need surgery and rehab. Sarah came to the hospital. Home care, she said. That's too expensive. And the house isn't safe for you right now. All those stairs. I said, I'll manage. She said, Dad, I found a good facility. Just for rehab. 6 weeks. Then you can go home. I didn't want to go, but I couldn't walk. She signed the papers. Used the power of attorney. And on March 3rd, 2021, they took me to Meadowbrook Nursing Home. Sarah said, 6 weeks, Dad. I promise. The first week. Week 2, she visited once. Week 3, she didn't come at all. I called her. She said, I'm busy, Dad. I'll come this weekend. She didn't come get me. She said, Dad, the doctors say you need more time. I said, I asked the doctors. She says you're not ready. I said, Sarah, I want to go home. She said, Dad. Sarah kept saying, not yet. In June 2021, 3 months after I arrived, Sarah came to visit. She looked nervous. She said, Dad, we need to talk about the house. I said, what about it? I put the house on the market. She said, I have power of attorney, and I'm selling the house, and the money will pay for your care here. I said, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. She said, Dad, you don't have a choice. The house is being sold. And she left. I tried to stop it. I called a lawyer from the nursing home phone. He said, if she has power of attorney and you're deemed unable to make decisions, she can sell the house. I said, I'm perfectly able to make decisions. He said, then you need to revoke the power of attorney and get a competency evaluation. But to do that, the house sale went through. I said, where's the money? She said, your daughter has it. She's managing your finances. I called Sarah. I said, where's the $340,000? She said, Dad, I put it in an account. In September 2021, the new owners of my house showed up at the nursing home. They said, we bought your house, but we found some of your things still there. It's our house now. That's when it fully hit me. My house was gone. The place I'd lived for 47 years, where I'd raised my daughter, where my wife died, gone, and I was sitting in a nursing home with nothing. I confronted Sarah. I said, you sold my house while I was here. You're taken care of. I said, Sarah, I didn't want this. She said, Dad, sometimes we have to make hard decisions for the people we love. And I realized this was never about my safety. This was about the money. Sarah wanted her inheritance, and she didn't want to wait for me to die. So she put me somewhere I couldn't fight back. Sold everything I owned, and took the money, all legal. Sarah visits maybe once every 2 months. Stays for 20 minutes. She brings me things I don't need. Acts like she's being a good daughter. But I know the truth. She took everything from me so she wouldn't have to wait. I asked her once, Sarah, where's the $340,000? She said, it's being used for your care, Dad. But my Social Security pays for most of this place. The house money is somewhere else. Probably in her account. I'll never see it. I tried to fight it. Tried to get a lawyer. tried to prove I was competent. But at 82, in a nursing home, with no money and no house, who's going to believe me? The system is designed to keep people like me here. And daughters like Sarah know it. When you give someone that power, you're trusting them with everything. Your house, your money, your freedom. Gave her everything. If you're reading this and you're thinking about giving someone power of attorney, be very careful. Because the person you trust today might be the person who takes everything tomorrow. My daughter put me here so she could sell my house and take the money. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm Gerald, and some prisons don't have bars.